Alright guys, once again, I want to welcome you back to Trending Nigeria. Alright guys, I have a trending image that is circulating where Lagos State is renaming some streets that be originally named Igbo Street. They are renaming it to Yoruba State, and this has been generating a lot of controversies, a lot of reaction on the world of social media. So we are going to talk further on it, and here I have my partner here with me, Mr. Larry. Mr. Larry, how do you see this trending image that has been circulating where the Ajeromi local government in Lagos State renaming the street name who happen to be original Igbo name to Yoruba name?
All right, everyone, you are welcome to our platform. Of course, it's a new development. No one believed Lagos State will go this far, but then from the look of things now, it's like something is going on underneath. It's a way of assuring people, especially the Yoruba people and everyone that cares to know that Lagos State still remains a Yoruba land.
All right, this particular state have started in Ajeromi local government in Lagos State, and if you look at it critically right now, you will see that majority of the old streets who are named after Igbos are now renamed to Yoruba name. So let us check some of it, and we have Imo Eze Street, who has been renamed to Layiwola Oluwa. And also we have Onikere Street, which has been renamed to Yeye Iretiola Street. And also we have George Street, also renamed to Daddy Shoke Street. And we have Uzo Street, which has been renamed to Kalejaye Adeboye Street. Also Agbe Street has been renamed to Bayewu Kama Street. Also we have Emodi Street, which has also been renamed Yola Fatai Street. And also we have Osho Drive, who has been renamed to Sibao Oluwa Street. And also we have Deliverance Street, has been renamed to Musedik Street. And also we have Achiku Street, which has been renamed to Rabi Oluwa, and we have Iwo Lane, who has been renamed to Shiv Tajuddin Ogunnoike Street. And also we have Hospital Lane, has been renamed to Shiv Dele Adeyemi Street. What is the message this local government is now passing to the public by renaming other streets named after Igbo to Yoruba name?
If you look at Ajeromi fellow local government, it has been a kind of Igbo enclave. I think at the time they presented a House of Rep member back then. I don't know whether it's the time of former president Goodluck Jonathan, but at the time they presented a House of Rep member, and that's to tell you that this area is a place that is dominated by Igbos. But of course, if you look at these names now, some of them are not actually Igbo names. Like if you look at the names like Agbe, I don't know, I doubt if this is an Igbo name. There is one that is called Osho Drive. Osho Drive is not an Igbo name. But of course, the argument now is that seeing that the entire names there are mainly Igbos, everyone will want to see that, okay, those names were deliberately changed from Igbo names to Yoruba names.
All right, guys. It seems that some people will take it to mean that these people, because Igbo people has been saying that, oh, you guys are jealous of their achievement in Lagos State. Likewise, everywhere they find themselves, they have that tenacity, they have that passion to succeed above the host community. And they say you guys are jealous. Yoruba are really jealous of Igbo. That is why they are doing all these things now. What do you think about that?
Well, of course, I think the right thing to do is that Igbo needs to, because it's not just happening here in Lagos. Of recent, and I believe the matter is still ongoing, we find them in Ghana. One of them actually came out to say, okay, I want to be a king of Igbo people in Ghana, and we knew what that actually means. A lot of Ghanaians have been out there on the street condemning the action, and Alan the man has been arrested now. I think what he needs to do is to respect their host community. I think this matter came to front burner in the last election 2023. It really exposed the differences between Igbos and Yorubas, and ever since then Lagos government have been taking actions to curb the excesses of Igbos in Lagos State.
All right, do you believe that this is the beginning of Igbo must go? Igbo must go, but they have their constitutional right to live anywhere within this country. So they have the right to live anywhere. But what we are seeing right now is stylishly phasing out Igbo community, Igbo origin and all that in Lagos State. Do you think Lagos State, especially this particular local government, do you think they are making the right decision by doing all these things?
Of course, Nigeria hasn't evolved to that point where anybody can come from anywhere and then lay claim to any part of the country. We haven't evolved. We need to evolve. And I doubt if we will evolve till Christ comes. Because, this is Africa. And we don't joke with our heritage. We don't joke with our belongings. We don't joke with who we are. And then for a particular tribe to come to your place and then begin to tell you that your area is a no man's land is unheard of. So I think the ideal thing is for the Igbos to be civilized and then respect their host community, because down there in the east you hardly find this type of tussle. You hardly find those settlers coming there to tussle and then drag their land with them. Those things hardly happen there in the southeast. So the southeasterners should take it easy and be respectful with their host community.
All right, guys, I believe they have a right to live in anywhere they like, but we don't know the motive behind this. We have not heard from the government of Lagos State what kind of message are they passing across. Are they really fighting the Igbos, that Igbos must leave their community? That's by the way. Let us see Lagos State generally, and the kind of impact Igbo people has made in Lagos State, and their commerce and knowledge and all that. As we always hear that, without them, Lagos will be nothing, that they develop this Lagos State. And right now that this message is passed across to them, do you think that they will continue to develop the Lagos State?
First of all, no, without doubt, Igbos are industrious people. They are hardworking. You hardly go to any place, not just in Lagos, but across Nigeria, you will not find them. The least business they can do there is to be selling phone chargers and be pushing phone accessory with a wheelbarrow. That shows they are industrious. But of course, other tribes too are industrious. Now, looking at the issue of the Igbo and Yoruba misunderstanding. This misunderstanding has been for a while, as far back as in the days of Awolowo and Nnamdi Azikiwe. Remember at the time Nnamdi Azikiwe left the east, came to southwest, then the western region, then to want to contest the election. But then Awolowo stood his ground and said, look, you can't come here to gain political relevance. And then from there, Azikiwe moved to the east to gain his political relevance. But then, if you look at the way Nigeria is structured, every tribe has the access to all parts of the country. But then, I don't think there's no place written in the constitution where you can say that, look, if you are from Kano, you can go to Lagos and compete for election. But Igbos seems to have that in their subconsciousness, especially in Lagos. Yes, they can come into Lagos, take charge of it.
If you look at it, because we stop at 11 that time, so going to, I think we have total of 23 lists here. If we check the 12th, we have a DK Street, which was named, then Adeyemin Samuel, and we have Eze Street, which is named Murilat Arugundade, and also Eze Street, Lulu Mojisola, and other. The list also continue and all that. So, according to the popular saying that Igbo generally has been marginalized, that is political marginalized in Nigeria. And if you look at it, is that is what is playing out in this particular list we are reading right now. Do you think, do you believe it, that truly Igbo has been marginalized, politically marginalized in Nigeria?
I think first of all, you need to fight for political reckoning. So you can't just sit down there and expect them to hand over power to you like that. You need to struggle for power. If you look at President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you know he used to be in opposition. He was in opposition for 16 years. And then later on, he struggled, pursued, and then was able to gain recognition at the federal level. So now, what Igbo needs to do is to be strategic in their approach to politics. You need to form alliance. Now, they are mainly known for businesses, but of course they need to work on their political strength in a way in such way that they can liaise with other ethnic groups in such a way that they can gain political reckoning. But as for being politically marginalized, the Igbos are not politically marginalized because nobody hands over politics to you on the platter of gold. You need to fight for power. I know if you can remember at the time when they say power should come to the south, the Hausas were vehemently opposed to it, and the Southerners and Yorubas, led by the late Akredolu, said no, it is the turn of the south. So in politics, you need to
fight for
your right, and then you need to make alliance. You need to visit areas that can produce bulk vote. Those are the strategies the Igbos need to follow to gain political relevance in Nigeria.
All right, I believe that Yoruba and Igbo have not been really agreed together when we talk about politics. But in terms of business, we do business together, we live together. But when it comes to politics, we are separated somehow. I don't know what is responsible for that. What can you say that is responsible to that? Because we are interwoven maritally and all that. But when it comes to, let us agree together as, say, political advancement or political party, then we have some sort of division. What do you think is responsible?
I think it's the level of advancement. If you look at Nigeria in general, the most advanced tribe in Nigeria today, educationally, in everything, are the Yorubas and Igbos. So there seems to be competition amongst them. If you look at Nigerians that are really making exploit across the world, if it's not Yoruba, it's either Igbo. If it's not Igbo, it's either Yoruba. So these things are causing a kind of competition. And then another thing is the fact that the bond between Yorubas and Igbos mainly has always been the era of marriages anyway. But then there are other competitions that have been going on where Igbos will see Yorubas that, look, I come to your town, I come here specifically to develop you, and then those statements seems irritating to the Yoruba folks. They sometimes, most cases, they take advantage of privileges given to them in Yoruba land. As you see them, as you know them, they are more or less like economic migrants. They move to all part of the country, all part of Yoruba land. So they to challenge the status quo. And by the time they get there, they want to buy land, they want to do their business, and then they feel comfortable. And then the next thing to do is to start challenging the authorities there. They want to wield political power to themselves. They want to be governor, they want to be local government chairman, and so on. So these are the issues that are bringing contention between Yorubas and Igbo.
All right, looking at this, you can see all of them. This is a one local government that is just a segment. Let's say it's a one local government. Do you think this can also be extended to other local government if the did not make any statement regarding this.
No doubt, this is democracy, and each arm of government, or no, each tier of government have the powers allotted to them by the constitution. So the federal government cannot come and tell the state government that why do you have to rename street? Renaming of streets is done by local government administration. So now in this case now, even the state government cannot challenge the local government administration that why do you decide to name street? It is done at local level. So at this stage now, there's nothing anyone can do. There's nothing the federal government can do. There's nothing the state can do. The worst they can do is probably to go to court, and the court may at the end of the day tell them that look, I don't have power to tell local government not to rename street.
All right, let us round up this video. So by seeing this, I believe Igbo may retaliate. Maybe they will do their own in their own state. That okay, since they started this in Lagos State, in Anambra State, in Imo State, any street name after not indigenous, it may not be Yoruba per se, that is going to be renamed to Igbo streets. What can you say in conclusion? What is the advice you can give to Igbo, Yoruba, and all that?
My advice is to expose all to the Igbos, and why I'm trying not to be sentimental here, they should listen to what other ethnic groups are saying about them. If you go to a particular area and Yoruba ethnic group tells you that look, as an Igbo man, I'm not comfortable with the way you are carrying out your activities here, and then you go to another area and an ethnic man tells you the same thing, you need to do soul searching. But my advice to other ethnic groups is to continue to absorb the Igbos, to continue to love them as they are, because it seems that's the way they are. If they can go to Ghana and then think of buying almost the entire country to set up a kingdom, so we have to accept them for who they are. But then they need to take things easy.
All right, guys. Over to you, viewers. I believe we are in democratic and constitutional democracy, and everybody has right to live anywhere you want in Nigeria. So you can decide to live in Lagos, in Abuja, in Port Harcourt, in Anambra. So I believe we need to live in peace. We need to live in harmony. We need to live in unity. All right, guys. I don't know what you think in the comment section. Whatever your thought is, why can't you relate it in the comment section? This is Trending Nigeria. Time to time we discuss politics, we discuss trending issue relating to our country and all that. So please don't forget to join us as usual. Please join us for more videos. Make sure you like our content, make sure you share it, and most importantly subscribe here, turn on that notification button. Then let us do this again in another video.